What up guys, Spartan85 with a little horde-based tips and tricks video I wanted to bring you guys. I've had a lot of requests to share some of the stuff I know, some of the stuff that works, some of the stuff that doesn't work, and mainly how I've learned is just through all of my failures. I've had many failures over the years, and I'll just share what I've learned through, well, lots of deaths. I do have other Horde-based tutorial videos I'll link in the video description. I'll also link my Day 21 Horde fight in my Let's Play series that actually went really well, and I had some electricity I was using and a couple different methods I was trying out that worked really well, so I'll put that down there if you want to check that out for other Horde-based ideas too. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is just how the zombies are structural engineers now. You know, in the Legacy version, they would just run to your location, either below you, above you, or whatever, but they would just run to you and just run around in circles basically all night. Now they are structural engineers. They will find your weak spot and they will target that. And I'm going to go and demonstrate real quick just what I mean by that real fast. Okay, so my character is inside here. You can see right there. So the zombies are going to attack the base here. So I'm going to turn AI back on, and what they should do, this whole base is cobblestone, but I left two spots that are wood. So they should attack the wood spots because that is the weakest part of the base. So here they go. I spawn them on all sides, so they're going to that one right there, and then on this side, they're going to that wood block there. They're leaving everything else alone. So you have to make sure everything on the lower levels or wherever the zombies are going to go is upgraded to the same level. They also will, I'm glad this happened, they also will jump over like that. Take care of her. But even 3 blocks high, they will jump on each other's heads and jump over to get you. So you really got to go 4 blocks high, or better yet, put ramps up there, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. Now, to keep them from jumping over, you can put ramps like this. I have these right here on both bases, so that'll keep them from jumping over. If they do try to jump over, basically what they'll hit this block and they'll fall down. If you put them on this base over here on along the top, they won't be able to jump over. But I hope that was a good demonstration for structural engineering is what I mean. So if this is all concrete and this is cobblestone, they're going to go at their lowest blocks. Also, if you forget to upgrade certain blocks or repair certain blocks, they will go that direction. All right, next thing I wanted to cover is zombie rage mode. Basically what that means is if the zombies take any type of fall damage, so if they fall from here, this is about 5 or 6 blocks high. If they fall from here, they'll go into what's called rage mode. So they will just attack your base instead of going back to the AFK loop. Right now, 11 blocks is kind of the standard for non-rage mode. I usually go 13 blocks high is just to be safe, because I've had a couple 11 block high bases have zombies go into rage mode. I haven't had any with a 13 block high. All right, so just to show you guys, we'll bring in just a couple zombies real quick. Let's do some skateboard zombies. Bring them in. Whoa, they landed on my head. That's not good. Let's get in here. So what they should do, they're going to wrap around like this. As you can see, you see the ones that are falling, they are going, some of them are going through the AFK loop, but some should stop and start attacking the base. There's one attacking the base there, and they won't do it indefinitely. Sometimes they'll do it for a long time before they do die. There's some attacking the base there. So that is the zombie rage mode. They're just going to tear down your base. Basically, you'll be up here where I am, having a nice night until your base just falls down. There's another example of the zombie rage mode right there too. Okay, so let's go to the 13 block high base. So what should happen is they should take a little bit of fall damage, and they will not go into rage mode. They will just continue the AFK loop, basically. As you can see, they're just continuing, and they will not attack your base, which is pretty nice if you're actually going for an AFK build, that is. As you can see, I do have one over here attacking the base, so it is not 1000%. It's a lot less than it was over here. Like I said, and he went back into the loop. So, I don't know, sometimes they will attack your base, but it's not as much as over here. They will just continue the loop, basically, just like this. Okay, now that you've seen this little AFK thing in action, I'll go ahead and show you guys what this is. So basically all I did was build some stairs, and this will work as just a horde base. You don't have to do any more upgrades unless you're dealing with birds or cops for that matter too. But see, this didn't take hardly any damage up here. All right, so what this block here is a catwalk wedge, and I'll just type it in real quick. What I do is I just go to the regular basic shapes, go to the search bar, and consoles have this too, so you can use this on console. Type in cat, and it's this one right here, catwalk wedge plate only. So select that one, and then you're going to want to put it right there, and you can turn it either way you want. This way, but you have to put one up above too, or they won't. What they're going to do is they're going to try to jump on top of this. So put one up above too, just like this, and then you're going to want to put wedges up here. And I'll show, actually these are ramps, I'm sorry. So go get rid of the cat, and they're just ramps right here. Put those in right on top. Not sure if those are quite necessary, but it is nice to keep spider monkeys from able to jump on top of your base. They'll just get deflected. And then the little tightrope that I have the zombies walk on is, I'll show you that block real quick. You go to poles, and then it is 0.025M middle, and you have to go to advanced. So go to the advanced settings right here, and then you're gonna turn it till what gets on. You want it on the very top. It has to be on the very top of this block. It can't be in the middle for them to walk across. And you can make this as long as you want. I just made it 3 blocks long, but you can make this as long as you want. You can build more stairs, you can use ladders here, but this is like a very simple AFK style base. And then if you come over here, you can do melee before they fall off. I like to use knives so that you get the bleeding damage and you get the XP for when they do die. All right, well, let's say you want to put some bars in place, you know, to protect yourself. There are bars here. If you just go to the shapes, you can toggle these. You know, in the old console version, we had to craft these in the forge, but now you can just place bars down, and bars work really good. Let me get out of the advanced. Let me go back to the simple right there. You can put bars down if you want. There's another one you can use though that is pretty fun to use. It is the scaffolding ladder. You can put this down just like this. Let me back up just a little bit. In place like this. What's nice about scaffolding is right now it stops cop puke and bird puke, so they cannot, if they're down there, they cannot puke at you right now. The one thing you got to keep in mind though is zombies can climb this, so if you get a spider monkey that is able to jump all the way up here and latch onto this ladder, he can climb and possibly get on top of your roof, but that's pretty rare, especially if you're this far up. So the scaffolding ladder is really nice, like I said, for, oh, you can still shoot through it too, I'm sorry. You can shoot through the bars, but you can also shoot through the scaffolding. That's what it's really nice for, is it deals with cop puke, and you can still shoot through it. Another tip, guys, is if you're low on resources, let's say you just bought, you know, 100 or 200 concrete mix from the trader, you don't have a lot, spend it on what the zombies are actually going to do damage to. So what I would do is definitely upgrade this. They're going to attack that. Upgrade this, and then these you can upgrade if you have the resources. I'd also upgrade that. And if you're very limited on resources, only upgrade these to concrete if you can. They're going to attack this block here, so keep that in mind. If you don't want to upgrade the bottom blocks, don't worry about it. They're going to attack these first. So upgrade these. That's your most important part. If you can't upgrade the stairs, it's okay. If they do knock out a stair, let's just knock one out real quick. They can still get up here. They'll just have to jump, is all I have to do. They will jump, but they'll still make it up to you. You have to save some resources. I know day 14, usually you're getting kind of low on concrete mix because you're buying it from the trader. You don't have a concrete mixer yet. So keep that in mind. You don't have to upgrade everything to concrete, just whatever the zombies are going to smack. All right, so in the old console version, we had those little triangle traps that cost like, you know, I don't know, 10 wood to craft, and they were awesome. They made the zombies like lose their legs. They all became Lieutenant Dan's. All we have right now are the wood traps. And so you can craft these. They're a little OP right now. They're really good on zombies. You will not get any XP from the zombie kills though. So keep that in mind. If you're an XP hunter, maybe refrain from using these. I like to put these around the base where they might attack. Like if they get rage mode or something, put them around the base of your structure just so they do take some damage. Also, I like to put them on top like this. Just in case, well, for 2 reasons. Birds is the main reason. Also, if you do happen to get a spider monkey, and I call the spider monkeys all the crawling zombies, the jumping zombies, whatever you want to call them, but if you do happen to get a spider monkey that gets up there, he will probably die from the spikes. These will almost 100% kill the birds, though. They'll land here, because you're going to be right here, so they're going to try to dive in and attack you. And then right here should be bars or scaffolding in place to keep the birds from flying in on the side from you. So if you have that in place, the birds will come down from the top, and the spike should take care of them. All right, I'll go over some electrical tips and tricks and just kind of a little quick tutorial. I'm not going to go super in depth because Cap did a really good electricity video, and I'll link that down in the description below if you guys are really interested in like a good electricity tutorial. Like I said, I will link that. He did a really good job. But real quick, what you're going to need is a battery bank or a generator bank or solar banks. I tend to find battery banks earlier. And the battery bank and the generator bank are both pretty cheap at the trader. You can buy them at the trader. Most of the electrical items I have for Horde Nights, I just buy from the trader. Now, early game, I tend to like the battery banks because, well, batteries don't take gas. And gas, you're kind of saving up for like the mini bike. And when you get the mini bike, it starts guzzling gas like crazy. So I tend to prefer the battery banks early game. Now, you don't have to fill this thing all the way up. You can just put one battery in it or two, and it'll tell you your output right here. So 41 watts right now is my output. And then if you go down to, let's say, the electrical fence post, it says required power 5. So just keep that in mind. You can run this thing with one battery if you want. That's what I kind of like about it. And you can run one generator if you want too. Just one engine in there. So we'll throw a couple batteries in there. Now, the most simple way to do electrified fence post is just do something like this. You have one block here, 2 blocks on either side of your catwalk that you have the zombies go through. And then you'll take your wire tool, hook it up to your battery bank like this. Boom. Make sure one's electrified and then connect them like this. Right there, you're set up. You're ready to go. Now, you can go a little bit more if you want. You can put a block here, you know, and put another fence post there if you want. But right now, that's pretty good to go. And then you can put your sledge turret right here if you want. If you happen to have a sledge turret, they're a little harder to find now. You used to be able to find them before the first Horde Night, but you can put your sledge turret right here. He's going to knock people off, and he does not require electricity, by the way. And then blade traps can usually be bought at the trader for like 500 dukes. It's not that bad, and these are pretty fun to use. They tend to degrade really fast, especially if you're throwing stuff at them. But you can put your blade traps down here at the beginning, where the zombies are going to enter, if you can actually find a way. Sometimes that can be a little pain in the butt to put down. Let me take this cotton plant out. There we go. Do something like a triangle, like I like to do, so that, you know, it's going to catch them anywhere you want. Something over here. We'll put one over here. Now, sometimes this won't reach, and you can connect the fence post to the blade traps. I don't recommend that, though, because if this fence post goes out or gets destroyed, then you lose all your power to the blade traps. So I recommend them using their own power. And better yet, it's better if they're all connected themselves. So I just put down a relay. These are found right here. These can be a little hard to find. I didn't find one until day, I think, 22 in one of my playthroughs. So, and they're kind of expensive at the trader. So if you don't have these, you can go ahead and disconnect your blade traps like this. And then just connect the blade traps together if you want. Or you can run battery to the relay and then the relay to the blade trap. And then what I would do is connect each blade trap to a relay on its own. That way, if one does get destroyed, it doesn't lose the connection. They keep going. So that's the best way if you can do it that way. Sometimes you just can't. Then you come over here and just turn this sucker on. Everything should be working. As you can see, I get electrocuted. There we go. All the blade traps are spinning. So if you take this one out, the rest of them are still spinning. That's what you want. And if you take this out, they're still spinning. And let's take this one out over here. They're still spinning. That's what you want. If you connect them all together, then of course they're all going to die at the same time. And then there's also turrets, guys. There's auto SMG, auto shotgun, the robotic turret also that you can use. The robotic turret is great for early game. The SMG and the shotguns are good for late game. They do use up a lot of ammo, so be ready for that. What I really like about the electrified fence post is it kind of stops the zombies in their tracks. And there's the puncher. As you can see, he's going to town. And then you can kind of shoot the zombies while they're just sitting there. The puncher gets them too. But yeah, as they're getting electrified, you can go ahead and just shoot them. You got a nice headshot. So And the next tip is, well, early game or really any part of the game, use an existing POI for a horde base. And you can do this very easy. I like the Motel 8 because, well, it's already cobblestone. It's 1200 hit points already upgraded, so you don't have to do any upgrading. If you choose like a wooden structure, like a house over there, you're gonna have to upgrade everything up there. And it already has stairs in it. So, I mean, the zombies will come over here. They'll path up the stairs. And then they just choose a room. Like, there's already a TV here. They're gonna have to path around. So go through here. I put a hatch down right here. So you can do a little melee here. And hatches work great for melee. And you can kind of keep an eye on them. You can kind of repair them. Like, they only have 750. And you can just make an iron hatch with forged iron. Upgrade this a little bit more. So keep an eye on that. So you can fight here. You can fall back over here. Put the hatch up. Come through here. So you have to squat. Put the hatch up. Now I put a pole right here. This is a pole block. Up top on top of a hatch. This will keep them from crawling through. So right here you have a very simple just horde base. They're gonna have to path through. You can do the AFK style if you want. From early, you can put the little triangle right here to get them to fall down, or you can do some melee here. And what's nice about this base is it doesn't take a lot of blocks to make. I'll just show you over here what it takes. It's a very simple base. You'll want to add a roof also. But it's a very simple base. You don't have to do any upgrading to the base. Probably, once you get a hold of your concrete mix, you'll want to start upgrading the base a little bit. Alright, well, let's spawn in some zombies. We'll just kind of show this base off real quick. There's 25 feral zombies. Come on, guys. Let's go over here. But like I said, you can start here if you want. Just kind of start whacking them here. But then when you want to fall back, just come over here. Come through here. And they can't jump over that hatch right there. And you can just start doing some melee. And they will actually fall off here. Once they start piling up, what's nice about the little tightrope there is they will start to fall off. And when they're trapped over here, get some range damage on them when they're trying to break through that hatch. Anyway, guys, I think you guys get the idea. Like I said, use an existing base. They will try to go through the house like this. They're trying to get back to the stairwell is what they're trying to do. So they'll try to find a way back up to you. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it. Hope these tips help you guys out. Just a couple simple tips I wanted to throw together for your horde bases to use in your existing horde base designs. Try out all the blocks that are in the game. I mean, there's a lot of different blocks. You go here, go to shape. And I mean, look at all the different blocks that are in there. So try some of these. I've just kind of shown you guys some of the ones that work for me, but there's a whole bunch of other blocks out there that work great. So just try them out. Like I said, these are some of the things that work for me really well. And love to hear you guys' comments. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you later. Bye.